Whatever we think of the Grammys today, there's no denying that winning one is still a monumental moment for most artists. It's a career milestone, a symbol of recognition from the industry itself. But surprisingly, some of the biggest and iconic names in the industry have never won a single Grammy. And today, we're looking at 10 huge artists without a single Grammy to their name. First up, Tupac, the poet, the prophet, the revolutionary. He made hip-hop emotional and fearless, blending street realism with political fire. 6 Grammy nominations, 0 wins. Albums like Me Against the World and All Eyes on Me are now considered untouchable classics, yet the Grammys never gave him his flowers. In the 90s, rap was often seen as too raw, too political, too dangerous for the mainstream. But Tupac wasn't chasing approval. He was documenting the human condition. His songs were essays on pain, injustice, and identity. He gave voice to the unheard and emotion to a genre that was still finding its heart. Decades later, artists like Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, and countless others still carry his influence. The Grammys ignored him, but time crowned him one of music's greatest storytellers. From one visionary lyricist to another, let's talk Biggie. Biggie had that rare combination of swagger, humor, and vulnerability, all wrapped in effortless wordplay. His verses captured ambition and struggle, pain and luxury, turning Brooklyn street tales into global art. Biggie's only 2 albums, Ready to Die and Life After Death, didn't just define the East Coast sound, they rewrote the blueprint for hip-hop storytelling. He was nominated for 4 Grammys, but somehow never won a single one. By the time the Grammys began recognizing hip-hop as a serious craft, Biggie was already gone. A legend without a Grammy, but never without greatness. His influence still runs deep, echoed through artists from Jay-Z to Eminem. Awards fade, but Biggie's greatness never will. And speaking of icons who outlasted entire eras, let's pivot to Snoop. 16 nominations, 16 polite claps. Still no Grammy. Snoop Dogg might be the most universally loved rapper alive, but not apparently by the Recording Academy. From Gin and Juice to Sensual Seduction, from reggae experiments like Reincarnated to EDM collaborations with David Guetta, Snoop has continually reinvented himself, all while staying unmistakably himself. He's bridged underground credibility and mainstream appeal without losing his signature style or charm. Snoop's ability to evolve across genres and generations shows his influence, yet despite 16 nominations, a Grammy win has always eluded him. His impact extends far beyond music. He's hosted shows, starred in films, and performed at the Super Bowl. Trophies might elude him, but he has something far rarer: universal respect, cultural relevance, and a legacy that outlasts awards. Now, let's move from rap royalty to a global revolutionary. Bob Marley. Here's a fact that still shocks people. Bob Marley never won a Grammy. In fact, he was never even nominated while he was alive. This is the man who introduced reggae to the world. One Love, Redemption Song, No Woman, No Cry. His songs weren't just music, they were movements. Bob Marley turned rhythm and poetry into global activism. He sang about unity, freedom, and love, using music as a weapon against division. The Grammys didn't even create a Best Reggae Album category until 1985, 4 years after his death. By then, he had already become a spiritual symbol of peace and resistance. He didn't chase awards, he changed the world. The Grammys missed their moment to honor him while he was alive, but his legacy remains eternal. His voice didn't just echo through Jamaica, it became the heartbeat of humanity. From a global icon who turned music into a movement, to a rap queen who built her own empire, Nicki Minaj. 12 nominations, 0 wins, and somehow it still doesn't feel right. Nicki Minaj redefined what it means to be a female rapper. Witty, fearless, and a trailblazer for her generation. She blurred the lines between pop and rap with hits like Super Bass, Starships, Anaconda, and Chun-Li. For over a decade, she's dominated charts and contributed to the sound of modern hip-hop. Yet the Grammys have never awarded her a win. Nicki changed the game before the Academy caught up. Every new female rapper, from Cardi B to Ice Spice, walks a path she paved. She turned visibility into power, influence into legacy. Nicki didn't need a golden gramophone to make history, but the Grammys overlooked the hottest female rapper of her generation, and the same would be true for pop's next superstar, Katy Perry. 13 nominations, still no Grammy. Yet few pop artists have defined an era like Katy Perry. Teenage Dream is one of only 2 albums in history to deliver 5 #1 singles, the other being Michael Jackson's Thriller. With hits like Firework, Roar, Dark Horse, and California Girls, she dominated charts, stages, and airwaves. Katy's music became the heartbeat of the 2010s and the coming-of-age soundtrack for millions, capturing the excitement, freedom, and joy of youth. Her influence went beyond music. From visually stunning music videos to Super Bowl performances, Katy created cultural moments that became milestones. She shaped the sound, style, and energy of an era. Despite the lack of a Grammy, her songs, impact, and cultural imprint are undeniable. While Katy lit up the world with energy, our next artist mastered the art of cinematic melancholy. Lana Del Rey, 11 nominations, no wins. But maybe that's fitting for an artist whose music always lives in the in-between. When Born to Die arrived, critics couldn't categorize her. Was it pop? Indie? Nostalgia? Lana didn't care. She built her own cinematic world, a place of moody glamour, melancholic romance, and vintage Americana. Then came Norman Rockwell, hailed as a masterpiece, and still, no Grammy. Her music isn't just sound, it's atmosphere. From sweeping melodies to storytelling lyrics, Lana crafts songs that feel like movies, transporting listeners into her melancholic yet glamorous universe. She reshaped modern pop's mood entirely. Her fingerprints are everywhere, from Billie Eilish's whispered confessions to Olivia Rodrigo's heartbreak ballads. Some artists need trophies to validate their impact. Lana needed nothing. Her music and influence speak for themselves, proving that innovation and artistry can outlast awards. And speaking of artists who redefine the rules of sound, let's talk about Björk. 16 nominations, still no wins. But that almost feels poetic, because Björk has never played by anyone's rules. From Homogenic to Vespertine to Utopia, she's constantly redefined what music can sound like. Her art fuses technology, nature, and raw emotion into something that feels alien yet deeply human. The Grammys have acknowledged her brilliance with nominations, but they've never quite understood it. She's inspired everyone from FKA Twigs to Billie Eilish to experiment fearlessly. Every soundscape she's created has expanded what pop, electronic, and avant-garde can mean, blending voice, rhythm, and texture in ways few others dare to try. A Grammy wouldn't validate her. It would only try to contain her. Björk's career proves that true innovation rarely wins awards, but it always wins time. And from the avant-garde to someone who's grown up under the spotlight, Selena Gomez. 2 nominations, no wins. But Selena Gomez's journey isn't defined by trophies. It's defined by transformation. From Disney star to pop singer to mental health advocate, Selena has continually evolved without losing her sense of self. Albums like Rare and Revelación showcased both sides of her artistry, English pop sophistication and Latin authenticity. What sets Selena apart isn't awards, it's connection. She turned vulnerability into her superpower, opening up about her struggles and finding strength in honesty. She's one of the few modern artists who aged with her audience, not away from them, remaining relatable and authentic every step of the way. Selena may not have a Grammy, but she has something more powerful: trust, longevity, and an audience that truly sees her. And from heartfelt pop to a voice that can shatter glass, let's close with Sia. 9 nominations, 0 wins. Yet Sia's influence is everywhere. Before her solo fame, she was the secret weapon behind pop's biggest voices, penning Diamonds for Rihanna, Pretty Hurts for Beyoncé, and Titanium with David Guetta, among many others. Then came Chandelier, a song that redefined pop vocals for the 2010s, showcasing raw power, vulnerability, and range that few could match. Sia's artistry lies in paradox, a faceless figure whose voice carries more emotion than most performers on stage. She turned anonymity into mystique, letting the music, not the image, speak. Her songs became therapy for millions, her voice a refuge for the misunderstood, and her songwriting reshaped pop music itself. Whether behind the curtain or in the spotlight, Sia's power is undeniable. The Recording Academy might overlook her, but the world never will. So, no Grammys, but impact lasts far longer than trophies. Which artist surprised you the most? Drop a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.